Hey, what's going on guys, Evan from Model 3D, and today is going to be the first part in my 3D printer cabinet build. So as you may have already seen, Ryobi sent me a load of tools. They sent me a circular saw, they sent me a multi-tool, orbital sand and a drill. Really nice kind of brushless drill. I've been using them for the past couple of weeks since I've had them, and they're amazing so far. Really can't wait to give it a really good review. But they sent them to me to review as well as make something awesome for my channel. They were looking for kind of DIY model maker builder kind of people, so that's what I do on this channel. At the moment I'm just doing a little bit of 3D printing, but I'm hoping to expand it into like more woodwork now that I actually have the tools for it. So to go along with the lines of my channel, I decided I want to make a 3D printed cabinet. I've got my one-hour duplicator i3 and I've got a DaVinci 1.0, and they're both just sat on my desk. I had the one hour over there on the little table for a while, and it's too wobbly and it's giving me crap prints basically. So I need something a bit stronger. So I decided I'm gonna make a nice kind of cabinet now that I've got the actual tools to do it. So I'm gonna switch over to some footage now and show you how I started planning it out, and let's get to it. So first up was the measuring. There's not a lot I can really say about this. It was basically measuring the height, the width and the depth of the little space that I had for the cabinet to go. And then went over to my 3D printers and measured the height, width, depth again of them. And then we took all that, put into a notepad and went over to Google SketchUp. So this is the first time I've actually used Google SketchUp, so it was a bit of a kind of learning curve. As with anything 3D modeling programs, especially ones that primarily work off kind of certain dimensions instead of just making stuff look good, is a lot harder to kind of use. So I had fun kind of learning how to do rabbit joints and dados and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't know, a dado is basically as you can see here, cutting a section out of the wood for the shelf to slot into rather than just sitting on the side and being screwed in. It's a lot stronger, and especially if I'm going to be housing 3D printers on there and there's going to be a kind of a lot of wobble and a lot of kind of vibrations, I want something a bit stronger than just screwing some wood glue. So I used all my dimensions, I worked all this out. I want my DaVinci on the very bottom because it's the heaviest, so that'll help kind of keep the cabinet nice and sturdy. And then next up I'm going to have a little shelf, as you can see here. This is where the console unit of my one-hour will go. So that will have its own little kind of area. And then up top it'll be my one-hour duplicator i3. So this will sit just up there, and then on top I'm going to have a nice little filament spool kind of holder. There's a thing on Thingiverse at the moment, and it's basically a clear box that's completely airtight. You keep your PLA in it, so you don't have to worry about moisture, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have one of them on top. So once this was all done, I measured out some little kind of holes in the back from where the wires all cut through. I'm probably going to change these because obviously I don't want the wires going straight directly through the middle. I'd rather them coming down the side like I did for the bottom one here. So they all come down the side and they'll be near the plugs on the left hand side, and it should all kind of work out nice. I found these models online. These are pre-made kind of SketchUp models of 3D printers. They're not the exact models that I've got, but they look pretty damn similar. There's the like the Prusa i3 version on top, and some just kind of like box 3D printer on bottom, which looks quite good, looks similar to my DaVinci. And then here's just a rough kind of little mock-up of the console unit for the one-hour. I just wanted to make it look cool, so I get a kind of rough idea of what I'm making and how it's going to look when it's all kind of together. Like I said, this was my first time in Google SketchUp, so maybe next time I can learn on kind of textures and how to maybe color the panels to make it look like genuine wood or all that kind of stuff. But for my first time, I'm really pleased with how it came out. So now that it's all done, it gives me a really good idea of what I want to build and how I'm going to do it, especially for dimensions and sizes and all that kind of stuff. Always keep the rule at hand of measure twice, cut once, because obviously plywood is really expensive and you don't want to be buying lots of it. So hopefully it all goes to plan. The next video will be me cutting up the wood, measuring out, building the actual cabinet, and hopefully we should have an amazing cabinet by the end of it. So I hope you liked the video. Please make sure to click the like button if you did. Make sure to leave me a comment. Maybe you've got experience with this. I'd love to hear some tips and tricks of stuff that I should look out for while doing this kind of thing. Yeah, hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.